Hello everybody and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Mixie and today we're going to be playing some Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and I am so very excited. I have just been recently exposed to the majesty that is Phoenix Wright. I was hanging over at Crunkman's place and we were given this a shot, and I have wanted to play it so badly ever since. Full disclosure, I have played through the first episode and most of the second episode. So the beginning of this, I do kind of already know the solutions to some of the puzzles, but beyond that, I'm going into this totally blind. I've never really watched any other live streams, anything like that. Like, in general, I'm brand new to Phoenix Wright, so some of you guys may already know the solutions to stuff. But I'm gonna do my best to figure everything out. So without further ado, let's get into some attorney action here. We'll play the first one. I bought the whole trilogy on Steam, so I admitted to that, Crunk. I said I was hanging out with you, and then we played the first episode and the second episode together. I'm pretty sure we finished the second episode, but beyond that, I'm going into this totally blind. No worries, Crunk. No worries, Robo. We're kind of figuring out together. So, like, I'm in the beginning, and anything beyond the second episode is totally foreign to me, so we're gonna be figuring this stuff out together, and I'm really excited. Ever since I got to play it at Crunk's, I have just been so hype. So thank you guys for chilling with me. Hell yeah, that's what everybody's been telling me. I've been hearing about this game for years. Gasp. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it! Yes, Crunk, the writing is amazing, and I guess I'm doing voices for this game now. October 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. I feel like you wouldn't get away with exposing that much cleavage in a courtroom. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Huh? Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Meg. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who would take her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Later games get clown shoes. Yeah, Fantasy Japan, where trials are limited to 3 days, and lawyers where Giardi Lorge visits and slams coffee like a boss. And Crunchyroll only has the 2nd season. Damn. Yeah, that does make me a little salty also. I was hoping to watch the show after this. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I own one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Hell yeah. I've loved every character so far. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. I love how awkward he is, too. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Right here in the middle of court? You're gonna test my readiness? You like the voice? I'll keep it. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Hang on, Windows is trying to update. Let me pick a time, Windows. A time that is not in the middle of me streaming. How about Wednesday? There you go, cool. Oh, California in the US version. Seems legit. I also realize I'm peaking. Let me turn down all of the volume. A sec. There we go. Optimum silliness. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read over the case report cover to cover so many times. It's, wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix? Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily! I think I feel the migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Let's find out. Cindy's autopsy report. We can also go to profiles. Cindy Stone. Cindy Stone. The victim in this case. A model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Cinder block. That was totally the joke. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was
hit with a blunt object.
She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
A statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief? What do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony!
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumb, she just, wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway?
Mr. Butts, would you describe what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record. Yeah! The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes. Older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you wanted to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Hell yeah, we're gonna stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Larry, please. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking so good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh, he went. What do I do? We're gonna stop him from answering. I'll send him a signal. Paper tap. Chin. Lean. Lie like a dog. Well, see? It's like this. I don't remember.
You don't remember. Well, then we'll just have to remind you.
I got a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Frank saw it. This game is full of puns. I love it. Yeah, I would love to hear the backstory behind it also.
Mr. Side, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
He's the shadiest fucking guy. Ah, yes. Newspapers, yes. Like, who fucking does that? Ah, Mr. Sart, you may proceed with your testimony. Larry, you've met a terrible fate, haven't you? Yeah, it totally is the happy mask salesman. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Alright, the testimony. I was going door to door, selling the subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. You didn't go inside, but you know the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saib used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the courtroom. Yeah! Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building that was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor?
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence in hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the court record with tab, then point the contradictions in the testimony.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Hold it! What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they're there. It's the same thing.
True. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone will look inside.
Why did Payne cut him off so quickly?
So, you looked into the apartment. What happened then?
Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
That's not possible because she wasn't dead at 1 p.m., sir.
You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Oh yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m.
What up, Ghost Lead? How you doing, dude?
How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Confident face.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sort, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Mr. Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now!
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Alright, here's another testimony. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Not only is he too shaky, he's bullshitting, and we can prove it.
See. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Oh boy, do we. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. The music is really, really good, I do agree. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. I call bullshit, sir, because there was a blackout. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. Yeah, especially the "you close this case out" music. Cornered? Yes! And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sard?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sard, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
Yes, we would like the truth from the first testimony, please.
These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught.
I'm hearing thunder. I may lose power, and if that happens, I'm terribly sorry, friends. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sort. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
The third testimony. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. So, first he heard it, and now he sees it.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. He's fucking sweating now. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Except I thought you didn't enter the apartment, asshole. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. That must have been what I saw. How would you know this is a clock? You wouldn't know this is a clock unless you picked it up. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
This music. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes! Yes! Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Got him.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Less accurate to actual court than CSI. Yes. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with a clock?
That day, I never... look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... Wright looks so unamused. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. It was him! He killed her, and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Honestly, who throws a toupee?
Order. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think through it carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... ask the neighbors. Sound the clock! Let's sound the clock now, here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Bald!
Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
Hell yeah, dude. Phoenix is amazing.
You forgot one thing.
Yeah, turned a murder one around and got another dude hit with it.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Frank Sawit.
Came all this way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him.
Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Mia, I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was this slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. Well, that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? She came from Paris! It's not slow, it's fast! Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see if you can pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that provides why the clock was running slow.
Yep, came from Paris the day before the murder. If she took the clock and the time was set to Paris and she hadn't set it back, that motherfucker would be fast. And I know that, my girlfriend's in Germany. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? It's like frothing at the mouth.
Order. Order, I say. and then he had a seizure and died. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And to find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts.
Not guilty. We did it!
And with that, the court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sawat was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawat let himself inside to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Oh, but my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Harry Butts. She said his name wrong, and now he's Harry Butts. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. She was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Yeah. Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? She's talking about the statue. She took it. I imagine the thing is huge. Like she was able to. This was a murder weapon, okay? This thing was probably unwieldy to pack and take abroad, and she kept it. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Uh-huh? What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Oh, really? I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. Oh my. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me about it more sometime. Maybe over drinks? I like her. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then. That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. That was episode 1. A brand new episode has been added. Hell yeah, we'll save our progress. Alright. This is about how far I made it before. So after we get past this episode, it's gonna be all new territory to me. I think I'm gonna take a quick break so I can refill my water cup. And I'm probably gonna have to give the judge another voice before I wreck my voice. So I'm gonna grab some water. I will be right back. Oh. Alright, everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney. We're going to continue where we left off with episode 2. I think this is going to be good. I think episodes are about 30-ish minutes. Oh, no, that one was about an hour. So, excuse me. Well, was it about an hour? Yeah, I've been streaming for about 55 minutes, so I guess so. Alright. I figure we'll do a break after every episode. Seems like a good time to me. Without further ado, let's jump right back into it. And I'll feel around for another voice for the judge. Backspace. Okay, cool. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great, and I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like a statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight? Say 9 to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Beep. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not cognivorous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Red, white, blue. Fan Cola offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Yeah, let's move. That smell. Blood! Sis. Someone's there. This lady was like my mentor. They just introduced me to her and now they've taken her away. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? Poor Mia. She was such an amazing lady. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Well, we gotta find out what happened. We need answers. Oh, I used the arrow keys. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this. But if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. The broken remains of a glass light stand. Broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Huh? A piece of paper! It must have fallen from Mia's hand! What could it be? Huh? A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added to the courtroom. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police. And find out what that girl is doing here. There's more for me to search. It's painful to look, but I have to, for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Some shards of glass were scattered on the floor. They seemed to be the remains of a glass light stand. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice luxurious place. The Vane Code ledger book. Everything's written in the chief's alternate handwriting. Yeah, Watergate. That's funny. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right, I'd better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Police? Please come quick. Oh, what was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Huh? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Let's quickly gather evidence. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. A perfectly normal desk. The chief had a very particular policy about the decor. Spend big stuff on clients that we use, but keep your stuff simple. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. I bet all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Alright, I think that looks like it. Let's, move. Huh? That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yeah! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh. It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Let's examine. Is there anything else to find? The door to the chief's office. It's slightly open. Better not touch the doorknob. Good call. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. Few can gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. A small writing desk cluttered with office supplies. The reception desk. I usually sit here. The sofa is for clients. It's leather, a real luxury model. Alright, talk. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis. So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here? Visiting? This late at night? Yeah, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Let's, back out. About the thinker. Huh? The thinker? That was... Oh, sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon, but I need to know about the evidence. I probably shouldn't ask her why her name is written in blood either, though. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would she write my... Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I knew better. Here's the cops. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, please!
Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder.
It must have been that woman I saw.
Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay?
Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have.
Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Does poor Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here in the note in her blood, you see. With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not.
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What? Poor Maya. Mia's younger sister.
That is not how detective works, Yes.
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot.
I found some slight evidence. You're going to jail.
I was taken in for questioning, and I didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be able to sleep either. Mia was such an amazing lady. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, she's so sad. She just lost her sister, and they think she did it. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. I'd better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. She's like a young girl. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How did that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear to the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh? Well, that sounds like it was fun. Well, I don't know who to go to if I know who to go to if I'm ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Thanks, Mia. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia. I know. Let's examine the room. No clues here. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Smile for the camera. And the music. Sounds like this is it. Let's go back. Let's talk to her. There's something I've been wanting to ask you about. Yeah? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. So, you're an acolyte, or medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in the case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Yeah, let's see it. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. I'm sorry. Oh, right, of course. Well, next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Mia's memo added to the court record. Oh yeah! A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? Huh? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble that I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you can go and ask him to represent me? Yeah, like, I can't hold this gal hostage, and besides, it was her choice, so... Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Huh? Say, what about your parents? Oh. Oh. I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. Yeah, the Fays have it rough. That is for darn sure. When will that happen? They're giving it me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, well, I'll be back. I should ask her about the crime before I go. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Poor Miha. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna leave her alone. We're gonna go... Grossberg Law Offices? Let's see if we can go back to Faye & Co. real quick. September 6th, Faye & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues.
Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Also, sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
No, I'm Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
Ha, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe?
Right, at your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick.
Hey,
Dick, get over here.
yes, sir.
Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you have business here, you better do it quick.
Oof, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer.
Let's talk.
About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh?
And don't you look at me like that, pal.
It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment.
Excuse me.
Alright. You can see the report, but that's all.
Mia's autopsy report. Time of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. If the death was instantaneous, how did she write the note? About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? That emoji is perfect, Crunk. The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course not. Never heard of him. Whoa, and you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Time to introduce the real prosecution. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with a passion, hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Yeah, let's see if we can get the cell phone. I was wondering, did you see Maya Fey's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you can give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. Cause if I'm straight with him, he won't, give me the phone. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. But what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says, the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai, that action hero on TV? Yeah, you see that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. There you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone holds a conversation between the chief and Maya. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh wait, one more thing. I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Except you just fucked up and you gave me her name. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. Thanks, Gumshoe, for giving me all the information I needed. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. He done goofed. Let's examine. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal. Who was that? I feel like Mia just like came in from beyond the grave just to correct me on her plant's name.
sky is blue. And so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this is the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. Yeah, he does seem to be a lovable bumbling idiot. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of those. Yeah, that's probably everything. Let's move. Let's go to Grossberg Law Offices first, since that's on a time constraint. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess he'll just have to come back later. But we can take a look in the meantime. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. Oh, so it's an original then. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you, Crunk. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone's got money to burn. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. A solid gold lighter as big as your head. Yeah, it does look like a little cigar box there, doesn't it? Alright, to the hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi? Why are you in the cat pose? Smooth, right? Real smooth. So, you're that lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Hehe. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Nya nya nya. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Dude, my boss is dead, and you're caught up in the excitement and fame of it. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part for my beautiful witness. I pity the lawyer has to cross-examine this one. I pity the lawyer who has to cross-examine this one. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it'd be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. That could be an important detail. She's got 2 glasses set up. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Alright, maybe she's got a boyfriend. Simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. What is eye-catching, though, is the screwdriver. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. Yeah, what the fuck with this screwdriver? There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? The inconspicuous screwdriver is inconspicuous. And she's also really defensive of it. Upset? I thought she was going to explode there for a second. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's the extent of my floral knowledge. What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. Well, let's see if we can talk to her. Do you think you can tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. Do you know that thing that, happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please. Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Yeah. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Damn it! I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. No, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, huh? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Never mind that she just completely dodged the question. But also, that's not new. I don't have anything that would be super useful here, I don't think. Yeah, she is just not gonna talk. Maybe we'll have to come back later. Well, I guess we gotta go to the detention center and give Maya the bad news. Hey. What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. Throw my badge at her. I see. I'd better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Is there anything else we can talk about? Yeah, tell me about your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? The plot thickens. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up in that mountain. Yeah, tell me about this new guy. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Oh. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Okay. Well. Let's try that attorney again. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing the throat I've ever heard.
No. Oh, so you're the one that has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even, grander than I imagined.
By Jove, my mustache is quite fancy, eh, chap? That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes. Well, yes.
I say, what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter?
That's literally the voice you heard also.
I say, old chap. You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, my boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Oh. Yes. Maya Fey. Go on.
Like you stepped out of a Monty Python skit? Yeah. Why that strange reaction?
I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? That's quite a painting.
Ah, you noticed, old chap. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting it with the sea, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying. Jeez. Ah, boy, I'm getting tired. May have to call it soon. How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. Yes. By Jove. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. The client is Mia Fey's sister.
Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? There's something weird with this guy. I don't know what it is, but we'll get to the bottom of it, friends. But for now, I'm going to save the game before I fall asleep on camera. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!